welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I thought I would be talking to you guys about 6 trends that I did not cave into. And I was literally just like looking at bags as per usual on the websites, and I realized like I would look at something and I was like, oh, I used to really like this, like thank God I didn't actually buy it. So this thought occurred to me because I mean a lot of people talk about trends, and honestly I am not fashiony at all, like absolutely not. I don't really know a lot about fashion trends, but with bag trends I know that so many bags did have their moment. So in today's video I'm going to be discussing about the 6 bag trends that were really hot, really popular, but I did not cave into it. If you guys would be interested to come down memory lane with me, let's get started. Okay, so the order that I'm going to do this is kind of like chronological in terms of popularity. These two, I don't remember exactly which one came first, but this is from the best of my recollection. So I'm going to scoot to the side as per usual. So the first bag trend that I did not cave in, I did not buy, is definitely MCM. So I feel like MCM is kind of similar to Valentino, which is why they're really popular for the studs, but it has that kind of, I believe it's an eagle or something like that. The most popular MCM is definitely the brown and the black, and then obviously like silver hardware. I remember I bought the backpack for my ex-boyfriend like 7 years ago, because like 7 years ago that was the trend. I feel like no, maybe like nine years ago MCM was super popular. Like it was really trendy. A lot of people have the MCM clutch, I believe that was really popular, but no, the backpack for sure was so popular. Especially I feel like the hip-hop like artists, like they always have like MCM anything. I used to want something from this, like either like a mini backpack. They used to have like pink, they had this kind of like cerulean blue that I really liked as well. I don't know, I just feel like this was just so popular back in maybe 2010 era. I feel like this was pre, you know how it's like Michael Kors and then Coach and then you finally get Louis Vuitton. I feel like MCM was kind of like pre-Louis Vuitton. MCM monogram was kind of your introductory to luxury in kind of a way. I still see MCM like at Nordstrom, they have like a little MCM section, but I definitely don't think it's as popular anymore. So I did used to want a piece from MCM, but I'm actually really happy that I don't, because I feel like it's just too, I don't know if edgy is the right word, but it's just not my aesthetic. Really happy that I didn't cave and buy something. I mean, I bought something for someone else, but not for myself. So MCM I think is the first trend that it's not really popular anymore. But let me know if you guys have any MCM pieces, and if you guys like MCM currently, please do not be offended. I really don't mean offense. Okay, so the next bag that I'm going to be talking about, well, not bag in particular, but just kind of the style, is definitely the Chloe bags. So I feel like the most popular was, I think it was called Faye, F-A-Y-E. It's the one with like the big circle chain. I know, so popular, the Chloe one. See, I don't know the names for the bags, but I know exactly what they look like. So it's the one that's like a clutch and there's like a big circle ring on it. That was really popular. There was this one point in time that I wanted a Chloe bag because obviously it was so trendy. I think this was like 5-6 years ago again, like a while ago. I think like 6-7 years ago. My mom got for me, because I wanted it, the Chloe bag. I think I wanted the brown one, but then the brown one was sold out, so then my mom got me the teal one, and then I opened it on Christmas Day and it was damaged, but it was brand new. She bought it from Neiman Marcus, and I looked at it and I was like, the suede wasn't what I thought it was gonna look like. Like it looked like it was used even though it was brand new. So I brought it back to Neiman Marcus, and then I ended up exchanging the backpack for like a Goyard pouch. Anyways, after that, like I had the Chloe bag for at least I think like 2 days before I returned it. Like I really thought about it and I was like, yeah, I don't really like this anymore. But going back to it, so many YouTubers, like beauty YouTubers that I followed back in the day, love Chloe like backpacks. I know recently now when I see people's luxury bag collections, a lot of them, if they own a Chloe piece, they're either thinking about selling it or they'll mention that they had Chloe bags and then they sold them already. I remember Chloe bags were so popular on Pinterest. Like that was like the Pinterest like sorority girl aesthetic was the Chloe bags, and it was just so popular, especially that clutch. I guess you can call it a clutch, or also obviously the what is it, the shoulder bag. So it was the clutch and the shoulder bag that was so popular. I feel like so many influencers had that one. It's like with the suede like flap. It's kind of like a Chloe version of the classic flap, but like obviously thinner and suede, you know, that aesthetic. I liked it at first. I genuinely did like it. That's why during my backpack girl era, I wanted the backpack version of it. It was like the tiny one. I actually saw it in store when I went to the mall, and I walked by the Chloe boutique. This is like, I think like last year, and then they had it in a color that I actually really liked, and for a millisecond I was like, because I looked up the price and I remember it being pretty reasonable. I don't remember exactly, but I really liked it. Just looking at the window display, I really liked it, and then I tried it on and I was like, don't love it. I would rather spend like that $1,000 like towards something else. But yeah, so Chloe, if you guys remember that era, you guys have to. If you guys are into luxury handbags, like that Chloe era was so popular. Okay, so the third bag style, this one was definitely very trendy. I feel like this was the bag if you were like age 21 to like 26, like 7 years ago. This bag was so trendy, and it is, and I feel like it's only ABGs. If you guys don't know what ABG stands for, it stands for Asian baby girls. This was like their signature bag, and it is the off-white bag. I don't know what this bag is called, just because I was never into it enough to look into it, if that makes sense. But it's the one with the signature like paper clips, the clip. It's like the black and silver clip, and it has like the, what's signature about the off-white bag as well is the yellow and black. You know when you're waiting in line, let's say at Uniqlo or department store or anything, or even like Six Flags or Disneyland, and you have that strip fabric, it's like a pole and then a strip, it's like where the waiting line is. That is what I think of when I see the off-white, the yellow just band. And I feel like a lot of ABGs had this bag, and I honestly, I don't know, I never liked it. But a part of me wanted to get it just because it was so popular. I don't know, I feel like aesthetic, it's kind of like the trendy version of the Prada Kaye bag? Oh my gosh, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I don't know, they just kind of have like a similar aesthetic vibe. It's very like boxy and stuff like that. I am so happy, so happy that I never caved and got that bag. Nothing against the Off-White brand, it's just that bag in particular, it just wasn't it. I just didn't understand it. Like, why is there a paper clip on this? Like, why? Just genuinely, I didn't understand. So I'm really glad I never fell into that aesthetic. And I feel like on the resale market, they don't do very well either. Obviously, it's like really trendy. Okay, so the fourth bag, I feel like a lot of you are going to disagree with me. This bag, to this day, if you just look up reviews, I feel like people rave about this bag. There's nothing really negative to say about this bag, but this definitely had its moment and definitely was a trend. I would honestly say because of the Kardashians, like, took it off, and it is the Givenchy Antigona bag. This bag was it. Like, so many YouTubers that I followed, like Sophia Chang, like everyone had the Givenchy Antigona like 7 years ago, and the Kardashians had, like, they really just took it off. I feel like that's when Keeping Up with the Kardashians like really got momentum, and then people really saw what they were wearing. And the only one that I kind of remotely liked was, I used to know the name of it, but now I don't remember, but I'll put a picture of it. It's like the slouchier version of this. I think Kendall Jenner had this one, but I liked this one because it was just, I think it's called like the Pandora box bag or something like that. I liked the zippers being like on both sides, whereas the original one is very, like a very structured Boston bag-esque bag. I know that the calfskin is like super shiny. It's really nice. I love that they had like different colors. There was like a pastel pink one that I thought was really cute. But I don't know, I tried it on and it was kind of heavy, but I don't know, just the aesthetic of it wasn't really my cup of tea. It's not even, it was trendy, and it did look like a classic Givenchy bag, but I don't know, I never wanted it. I just didn't. I don't know, there was just something about it. But if you look up reviews on the Givenchy bag, so many people love and adore. That's their everyday bag, ride or die bag. The Givenchy Antigona is a lot of people's first designer handbag as well. I feel like it's kind of expensive, but I guess like price point is very relative to what people think with certain brands, you know? Like $5,000 for a Chanel bag is reasonable, but $5,000 for a Louis Vuitton bag is like uber expensive. So it really just depends. I feel like so many people have the Givenchy Antigona bag, and it's just, when it had its moment, I don't know, there's just something about it. It's not that I dislike the bag. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, okay, actually I forgot one. So this one is a little out of order. So the fifth one, second to last, but chronologically it should go before. So this bag was super popular, and I mean so popular, in like 2007. So probably like 10 years ago. So they remade this one, but I really like the old one, and if I had the money at the time, I honestly would have bought it. So the bag trend was the Balenciaga City Bag. I feel like Lauren Conrad, like that era, so many people had this bag, especially in that kind of gunmetal color, but obviously the black one is really popular. They obviously reinvented it, and now it's basically the Kagol bag is like the new structured version of it. Obviously they have the Neo in the City bag, but I feel like the Kagol is just like the crescent version of the in the City bag. Anyways, I actually love this bag. I love how slouchy it is. It has a very like motorcycle-esque vibe. I tried to look for it on Fashion File, like the mini version of the old one, and oh my gosh, they don't sell it. It's so cute. I forgot who, but someone that I follow, like a luxury YouTuber, she has the mini version or maybe even the nano size version of the old in the City bag, and I love it. Like I love it so much. It just looks like such a great I don't care bag, and you can never have too many of those, you know. This comes in so many colors, and I remember the signature thing was that it came with a little side mirror, which is so stupid and ridiculous. Like, who's gonna grab your purse and like look at the mirror? But you know, neither here nor there. And this trend, I probably would have fallen into it if I had the money, but in 2007 2008 I was like in 8th grade, so that's impossible. But I do remember that bag being so popular. I think like Paris Hilton had like the bright pink one. I don't know, I could be making that up. I don't know why. I wish that they kept their old version and just had the Neo one as well. I don't know why they just completely got rid of the old version. I'm not a really big fan of the structured one, to be honest. I'm not. Okay, so the final bag, I feel like so many people will disagree with me on this, but the bag trend that I did not get into, and I'm so happy that I did not get into it because it is really overpriced, and it is just the chunky chain bags, especially by Bottega Veneta specifically. Don't get me wrong, I love Bottega Veneta, die hard, okay? But it's like the chunky padded cassette, the pouch with the chain on it, those two bags I feel like dominated 2020, especially the padded cassette, but just the chain bag in general. I feel like I see so many people with both of them. They'll have like both of the chunky chains, and the number one thing that people said is how heavy the chain is. See, I appreciate weight and heaviness because it kind of adds to that luxe feel, because if the chain was light it would feel really cheap. But I don't know, just the chain look itself, I just, again, if you own this bag, please don't get offended by the words that I'm about to say, but I just feel like it looks kind of tacky. Ever since I saw it in the beginning, like I kind of get it, like when I see these kind of editorial pictures with the chunky chain, I think it looks nice, but in terms of just like everyday, I don't know, it's just, I don't know, like I get it, like that was it. Everybody wanted the padded cassette with the chunky chain, like specifically those two combos together were so hot, especially the pouch with the chunky chain, so hot. I just think it's so expensive with that chain, which I mean it makes sense, like the hardware, but that's honestly how I feel. Similar vibes to the Louis Vuitton Cousin, you know, like the new puffy one with the chain. I mean that chain isn't as chunky, and if I had to pick one or the other I would pick the Louis Vuitton one because I like that the chain detailing has the monogram embossed on it, which is really nice, and it's not as chunky, like it's a little bit more tolerable for me. But still, I don't know, the chunk on the chain is a little too much, but that's just my personal opinion. If you guys love the chunky chain, like do you. So I'm really glad that I didn't cave and buy that one. Alrighty guys, so that concludes the end of today's video. That was my list. Please don't get offended to what I said. Let me know in the comments. I would love to know, truly I would love to know, if you own any of these bags that I mentioned, if you guys regret it, if you guys still ride or die love it. I feel like everyone's gonna say that about the Givenchy Antigona. I just feel it. But if you guys own the off-white one, or if you guys own the Chloe bag and you want to sell it, or you're looking to sell it, let me know. I feel like a lot of people still really like their Chloe bags, but the videos that I've seen on YouTube, a lot of people want to sell them. So yeah, this would be really interesting if we just discussed the trends. Let me know a trend that you guys caved into that I didn't mention, because a lot of the trends that I just mentioned were from like 7+ years ago. So yeah, seeing how all of our bag tastes have changed. As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. It really helps support my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.